Welcome to my channel. Today we are coloring in cute Fairies Grayscale by Jade. How has everybody been doing during this pandemic, or coloring in there? So, my mother says I don't get out and I don't walk enough, but I hope everybody's doing well. We're all just dealing with this the best way we know how. So, I was thinking we make her hair red, and we can make her outfit green or blue, depending on it. Or we can make her hair blonde, brunette. I haven't done a redhead girl in a while, so I think we should make her hair a different color. Or we could make her hair pink. A lot of people want me to do I think pink haired girl with purple outfit on would be nice. Yeah, let's do a pink haired girl. So here's the pink. This is RV14, which is Begona pink. Fairies can have lots of different hair colors. I like doing grayscale because then I don't have to do the shading. Some pinks end up looking like red on the pink, but I don't know why that is. What they do. Hold on, let me get to the refill. Because this is a color I use quite a lot. Hi, Malice. How are you? I hope everything is doing well with you. You're doing well, and you're staying safe. I can't find the tip. So, there it is. The tweezer. Refilling it. Right at the beginning, I need to get a refill. We're doing well. My mother wants me to exercise with her. Me and my mother are thinking about going to Target at some point this weekend. And seeing if we can get it because they actually have the Target opened up by where we would in Tribeca, which isn't that far from where I live, but it's a little bit of a walk. The one good thing to come out of this quarantine, or lockdown as we like to call it. You know what? This needs the tip of this is dry. So when your tip is dry, you have to do this. You have to put the and then shake it. So then shake it well enough. Guys, let me just cap the thing here. So that way. And yes, I have 2 blotted pages behind the picture, so no matter what. And I do have the thing on the clipboard because sometimes when you're working with Create Space books, they tend to have a tendency sometimes to rub up on you. See, the saffron's are looking a little red. I'm thinking of light purple, like a heap, or ash lavender. Hi, Lori. We're coloring out of Jade Summer's Cute Fairies. So we got her hair done. But I want to go over the hair again a little bit because this was a little dry when I did this. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you'll go over it because your marker was dry. This is the picture we're doing. Oh, wait a minute. I'm holding the refills, not the markers. So what color should we do? Viola, ash lavender, or heat? I'm thinking heat. Ash lavender is a good color too. I'm thinking V22. That'll be a good color to color the outfit. Hi, Kim. We're coloring Cute Fairies today. Guys, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up because that helps me with the ratings and things like that. This is ash lavender. Comes off as a really dark color when you first comment, but when it lightens, you can see that it's lightened. I don't have the Kawaii Grayscale one, Kim. I know, I do not have every Jade Summer book around, guys. Do not think that. I have the Kawaii book in line art. I don't have it in Grayscale yet. I actually made a rule that I'm not getting any new Jade Summer books until I finish at least one Jade Summer book. I need to finish a Jade Summer book before I could buy another Jade Summer book. I mean, if I do buy another Jade Summer, it's got to be something that I know I'll pull out from. Really? You don't have cute fairies. I find that very hard to believe, Kim, that you don't have cute fairies. I thought this book was too cute when it came out. I really liked it. I saw the pictures in it and I was like, I just like fairies, mermaids. You know, I like all that fantastical stuff. Yeah. Well, there's a couple of things. Number one, there's a couple of markers that say they don't streak, but um, here's the thing about markers and things. If you don't want them to streak, you have to be fast with them and color in big chunks with them so you avoid the streaks. But sometimes you get streaks no matter what you do. That's what I have found out about coloring with markers. If you want to avoid the streaks, you just color fast with them. Sometimes it's the paper that can cause the streakiness. Not all papers agree with markers. And you'll see what I mean by in a higher quality book. How markers work differently in higher quality books. Like this would be considered Amazon Create Space. Okay. Now, when you're working with this, I'm going to bring out another book, guys. So, another grayscale book. So, when you're working with something like this, which is Linda Ravenscroft Fairy and Fantasy Art, now this is a higher quality coloring book because it's deeper grayscale. So, this is specifically made for what we call watercolors and water mediums. So the quality of the paper is different. It's a thicker paper. It's not like it's a regular paper. So here's something I did in markers. So you don't see too much streaking in it unless you get really up close to it. So some paper absorbs marker beautifully, some paper does not. So this was one that I did in markers. And I'll show you. You see that this paper marker did go through, but it didn't go totally through to the other paper. So you see this one is another one I did. So it all depends on the quality of the dress that you want to do. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm going to do a brief little comparison of what the marker, you see what the marker looks like here, right? So here, I'm going to put a paper down underneath it. We'll just do this to just do a comparison of the same marker on a higher quality paper. Because this is a higher quality paper. Just so you can have an idea of how it looks exactly on any paper. But also a higher end marker. This is a refillable marker. So keep that in mind. You know, I'm not the marker expert. I'm not the Copic expert. If you guys want the marker expert, go to Anne because she has a bunch of different. She's used a lot more markers than I have, and she's been using markers long. The Copic experts are pretty much Belinda. April Sarah's done some work with them. Who else has done some work with them? Faithfulness, Belinda. Belinda's basically the Copic person if you guys have questions about Copics. So keep that in mind. And you notice I'm using the chisel rather than the brush tip. Is that part of the wing? Or is that part of the arm? I don't know. No problem. You know, different paper is going to respond differently to your markers. I just happened to have the Linda Ravenscroft book out because I almost was thinking about doing a picture from that for our stream. We might work on that picture that I saw in that Linda Ravenscroft book later if we finish the fairy. I think that might be part of the wing. See, markers are fun to color with, especially on the Jade summer books. So now we got a purple dress. Oh. The idea is to always never leave. Hold on, guys. I'm going to get you in closer so you guys can see the R14 light robe. Oh, there's nothing up on here. R14 needs a refill. Yes, always having new clothes is a very important thing. I take the big end of my marker out. I don't do the drip method because I find the drip method very messy. Me personally, anyway. I know you didn't forget. You probably were busy doing stuff. Did the postman come to your house yet? The postman came to my house. So I was kind of happy that he came to my house. So. Did you refill it with Copic ink so then it becomes a Copic marker? So this is R14. Hold on, guys. I need to shake this a little bit more. When the tip is dry. When the tip is dry, I have to do it Remember, if your markers get dry, this goes for your Cali arts if you're using it. Just don't make sure the tip doesn't go dry. You don't want your Cali art to be dry when you're coloring. I mean, your Copic. I say Cali art. See, Kim gets me all messed up. I mean that in a good way. Mm-hmm. This is the roll color. And guys, I'm gonna have to use the chisel. Oh, Jesus Christ. Nothing can ever go right whenever I do this. I don't have the alcohol swabs to fix this. Oh, Jesus Christ, the whole thing imploded on me. No matter what I do, this always happens. Jesus Christ. Hold on, guys. Let me get the alcohol swab. I have to get the alcohol swab. The alcohol swabs are done. It's rare that that happens, Michelle, but it does happen. It's probably what's because I didn't shake it well enough. And this is your best friend. This is your best friend when you spill Copics is an alcohol wipe. It's very rare this happens. These are your best friends. When it comes to you mess up with your Copic and you get it all over your hands. Those are your best friends as an alcohol wipe. But right now you can't get alcohol wipes because they're being prioritized. I still love Copics, don't get me wrong. It sometimes happens, it's a rare occurrence, but it does happen. That's why I don't like working with the red Copics. These things happen. It's not the end of the world. It's just Guys, don't let what happened, what I just had happen during the stream with the alcohol mark, the ink going all over my hands, scare you away from Copics. Really don't. It does happen, but that shouldn't scare you away from them. Plus, I recovered. I do not have to block with my red Copics. Me and my red Copics do not get along very well. This is why most times if I'm going to work with my reds, I do the refill beforehand. Because me and the reds do not have the best relationship. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't. That's okay. They might just send it to you. They might just give it to you on the what do you call it? Sugar almond pink. We're gonna do her wings pink. I always like the fairies that have the pink wings. Because it's a box, I don't know if it's gonna fit in the European box. Because sometimes if it's the priority, if the thing is too big, they're actually retooling the refills right now, Miss Michelle. So they're gonna make them. From what I've understood, they're gonna make them half the size of what they are now. The Copic refills. So take really, because sometimes if the box in New York City, if the box is too big to fit in the priority mail boxes, they actually will drop it off at your residence in New York City. That's what they do in New York City, but I don't know what they do in other states. You can see how light that is coming out. And I think I missed a part of her hair. That's part of her wing. Not in the part of her dress. Bologna pink. And this part of her hair. Sometimes you miss the hair. I hate when I miss the hair. I feel like, why did I miss that hair? But the trick with Copics is if you do them fast, you can do them. I remember thinking about doing a Target run because I was explaining earlier in the stream, Michelle, that me and my mother thinking about doing a Target run. because me and my mother, we are looking at the prices of everything now that she's retired. That we're spending way too much on money on Drain Reed for things like it's kind of gotten to the point where it's like we shouldn't pay that much because when I went to my dentist appointment in Chinatown a few weeks ago. I'm not sure if this is part of the wing or not. It might be actually. I think this is part of the wings. I'm gonna say that's part of the wings. That we are paying twice as much for what I got for certain items in the Chinese pharmacy. Hi, Arnie. How are you, Arnie? Arnie's here, everybody. Say hello. Wow, 5 thumbs up. So, um, after the Chinese pharmacy and I got us some items, we were like, why is it half the price of what we pay at Reed for items? You work hard, Michelle. Don't ever think that you don't deserve something, guys, because you do deserve it. This is sugar almond pink. Yeah, me and my mother were like, we're trying to figure out ways that we can make our money go longer. And, anybody who works hard for their money wants their money to go longer. Or C. G0, pale opal. No, this is a very light. Oh, I had to leave. I want to apologize to Michelle because I had to leave your stream because my governor was coming on, and he does a lot for us, our governor. But he took a shot at Mitch McConnell today. The governor of New York took a big time shot at him, and a lot of us know who Mitch McConnell is, and he's the leader of the House and this and that. Some of us are like, oh, I can't find my white pen. Does everybody know what this is? Does everybody know what this is? Okay, how do I do this? So I shake it. And I'm just going to put a little white here with my Posca pen. Now, those who know me know that I don't use the Posca pen very often, but I just can't find my white pencil at the thing. Well, he presents you facts rather than all this subjective. No, you keep getting fed the stuff that they want you to believe, and then you're like, what's the real truth? What's not the real truth? You know what I mean? It's not like you can just You have to be able to separate fact from fiction. E95, which is tea orange. I love this as a skin color. I bought this not even intending for it to be a skin color, but it's become one of my favorite skin colors. Almost a great governor. This is a great color for skin tones too, guys. If you want to do skin combos with your purpose, this is a great color for skin tones if you want to do darker skin tones. Same thing as raw silk. So, the governors always have to come first. Now, this is a red penthouse sparkle pop. This is my second time with this color. Yellow green. Then I have to wait for the refill. G14, apple green. This is his fantasy. We can base this somewhat in reality, or we could just go wild with the colors. Thank you. Have a great day. Red Moon. I love my pen pal sparkle pops. Teal blue. Power 85, rose red. There you go. No, I don't have refills for all my Copics, guys, because it's hard to get the refills in stock. Viola, BVO1. I think we're going to put this all in gel pen. The outer rings. There's this. We'll just start with some glitter. You gotta be. Oh, that skin color is. It's not actually the technical skin color. It's called E95, but this is technically an earth tone. But a lot of the earth tones you can use as skin colors. I found for. If you guys are curious about the skin tones. I just want to see something. That could work, but it's not dark enough for the rings. I wanted a purple color, but I don't see my purple dark red. A purple sparkle pop, but I cannot seem to find it right now. When you're looking for the pen, you can't. Oh my God, I'll just be right back. I just it looks like the gel pens. I seem to have misplaced where I put my gel pens. That's not a good thing. That was the last I found them. Chameleon pens. You can guess I have pens from everything. See if the purple. That's okay. You need to work on it. You need to work on it. That will work. No, that's not going to work because it's not gelling smoothly on the paper. Plus, I can't find the gel pen that I wanted to use. The color I want to use, I can't use because it's not there. Let's try this G29 Tandem. Yeah, it was kind of funny, Robin, the other day. Oh, that's not bad. The other day I was going through my stuff. I had done a bunch of getting rid of stuff, going through old notebooks and stuff and seeing where they're from. Just keeping the empty ones and the ones that don't have much written in them. Pretty much the empty ones. And I found an old Kindle e-reader, and I found my old Kindle Fire tablet, which I was like kind of shocked that I found my tablet after all this time. I wasn't expecting to find that. So that was nice to find that stuff again. So I was really happy to find that stuff. I wasn't expecting to find it. See, that's why I don't like gel pens, because they always tear the paper. Sometimes they can tear your paper. I didn't see the tear because it's a little low. So what are you like, multitasking, Robin? I'm not very good at that. I can't do 2 or 3 things at once. It's just too hard. If I'm doing coloring, I'm focused on coloring. If I'm reading, I'm focused on that. If I'm watching TV, I'm focused on that. If I'm cooking, I'm making sure I do that. If I'm making coffee, then I focus on that. What color should we do for the background, guys? So I'm thinking about the color we should do for the background. You're very talented. I can't do that. And I can only do one book at a time, one review, and then I have to get the graphics for that book. So I'm still reading my Shannon Stacy, which I like those books. But I'm not keeping everything from now on because the problem is I can't keep everything and it just gets too much stuff. So I'm going to try and do more digital books because I just don't have the room to keep the hard stuff. As much as I would like to keep the hard stuff, it looks nice on your shelves, things like that. Thinking dark blue, maybe black. I'm thinking black because black would pop out the glitter part of this. Oh, black would pop out the glitter part of this. But so would blue. The thing is, I already have a purple shirt here, so I don't have dark purples in this set. Really, I don't have dark purples. I have dark purple in another marker, but I'm not sure how. I was thinking dark blue because then it goes better with the purple. If this is purple, so I don't want to do too much of the purple against the purple because it might clash too much. It could work. Maybe a smoky blue. Yeah, smoky blue. I know what blue to use with the background now. Blueberry. But I don't know if I have that in a... yes, I do have it in a Lisa. I think blueberry, because it's a bluish purple, it might work. I'm thinking BG11, which is that gorgeous color that you all liked on the Lacy Sunshine. Hi, Lily Cat. I hate when I drop my phone. No, now that I think about it, the light blue would be better. BG11, Moonlight. And you guys all know this color because that was the color we used on the Lacy Sunshine girl. This is a Camden gel pen. Thing is, even though it looks like I have a lot of gel pens, really isn't a lot. I'm just making sure that I got all the gel pen done. And then when you come up, you see that gel. This is BG11, this is Moonlight. Guys, I'm just taking off the marker refill. They're going to change the marker refills too for this, so I'm kind of a little upset because I got used to. Thank you. This is Cute Fairies by Jade Summer. I put a link down, guys, where you can purchase the book if you so want to purchase it. It's down in the description box. So we're doing a light moonlight. I just ruined the picture. Splatter effect. I don't know what it is with me and the Copics. Eek. I don't know what's happening here with the Copics today. I'm not having a good time with them today. You know what? We'll just call it splatter effect. I'm just having bad luck today. Go here, you're going to speak, Michelle. But this is done, I'll have to wash my hands really well. I think most of the refill went all over that. Maybe it'll blend. I'm going to have to put a... It might not be bad. We'll just call it splatter effect. This is what happens when it goes live. I seem to have trouble with the refills lately on my Copics, and I don't know why. I feel like I'm the only one who has this problem. Other people don't have this problem. I don't know why I seem to be the one having the problem with the refills. Now, some people say I put too much of the refill in. I do not put more than nobody else. Well, if it tries with staining, I can tell it's stained a little bit. Like you can see here, it's stained. You can tell here it's stained, here it's stained. We'll just call it a splatter effect in the finished pages. But I seem to be the one person who has a problem with the Copics now. And I'm not sure if it's just me who's having the problem or if it's something to do with the way I refill. Someone once said it's the way I refill them. And then someone said, I don't know how to use them right. Well, here's the thing. We do everything they say we do. Hopefully we'll contain the virus to a point where the cases will eventually go down, Michelle. This is all sticky now, this thing. Some people don't have a problem with them, and I don't understand. Like, I seem to be the only one who makes a mess of her Copics. Doesn't matter what I do, I always make a mess. See? You guys really don't see the mess because we'll just call it splatter effect. I could try taking a pencil when it's dry and going over it. No, but you know what? I'm the only one who gets messy when doing them on live. Like, Anne doesn't get messy when she refills them. Belinda doesn't get messy when she refills them. And Sarah doesn't get messy when she refills them live. Just seems to be me. We got over there. It doesn't look that bad. Just trying doesn't look that bad, but of course you can see how bad it is. We'll just do, we'll just say, oh, well, you messed up. I think I get a second chance to do the picture again. And this, if worse comes to worse. Apple green. Now my hands are sticky. So when I get done here, I'm going to have to wash my hands really well. They'll probably make lunch after this stream is over. Tomorrow we will probably be calling in fairy celebrations, but I think we will try and finish John Reese, that picture in John Reese. Decided not to do multiple colors for it. You know what? You gotta try and stay positive. Now, positive attitude takes you a far, far way. Thank you, Kim T. I messed up though on one part. The ink went all over the place. You see the ink splash here, guys. You can't really see the ink. Probably won't see it until the finished pages. We'll just call that splatter effect. Despite the mess up. I do like it though. Didn't come out perfect, but you know what they say, you learn from your mistakes. You can't see it on the camera, but you can see it up close. So this is what you call live and learn moment. And you know what the beauty of this book, Kim, is? That I get to do it again. I get a chance to do this all over again. Yeah. This marker is so sticky. Well, we call that splatter effect, as they call it. You see it here and here. The purple kind of covers up the spots where I did it. There were other spots in the picture, but I was able to. I didn't do it too much. But you can also tell that I put a little bit of sparkle into it. I love glitter pens, so see the sparkle there, and you see the sparkle here too. So this has a little bit of gel pen in it too, which I love gel pens. These are like some of my favorite pens. How much I use those. Really clean all these off later with a tissue just to make sure none of the stickiness gets on my hands. So that's what we did with her. Someone asked me earlier in the stream, does it matter the paper? And, like, let's look at the Linda Ravencroft book. I put a paper behind that already, so. Someone asked me, does it matter what you use? No, it shouldn't, but this is the Linda Ravencroft book. Like, when you use this is going to be different paper totally, so. I'm just using this as an example. This is like 325. This is a high quality paper. I just want to show you guys the difference between paper when you use it on a higher quality paper. These I bought from the Linda Ravencroft's website. There are some illustrators that you cannot buy on Amazon because they have their own website, so they sell through their own websites. So keep that in mind. This one is from Linda Ravencroft Fantasy 4, I think is the book. This is what the book looks like, the cover looks like. This is book 4. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. But I want to show you guys the difference in paper quality and how different the markers can look based on the paper quality. Just think about that. She's not on Etsy. Okay, so Etsy shops, the two shops that I shop for in the most when it comes to Japanese books, Cool Craft Book and June of 70 East Books. If you guys want a good, if you want to buy from reputable Japanese stores, YR16 Apricot. So those are the two stores that I use for my Korean, my Japanese, my Chinese books. Okay, so those are my Asian books. A lot of my Asian books come from those two stores. I'm not gonna lie, they are a very good store. If you guys buy from AliExpress, I've never had good luck buying from AliExpress, but that's just my personal opinion. Doesn't mean you don't have to buy from them if you don't want to, but I have never had a good experience buying from AliExpress. That's just my personal thing. You can also buy Asian books from Yes Asia. Then there comes the independent artists like Mariola Budek, Dawn Davidson, Micah Jelena, Mystic Art Mirrors. They all have their own stores on Etsy where you can buy that. Even Grazia Savo has her own Etsy store. Selena Finette does. Jason Hamilton does. There's a lot of people. All the people who are featured artists for Mermaid, which is the event that Belinda's hosting in May, have their own shops. She bought, May put in a link in the last stream that I had hosted about Mermaid. So they all have stores of their own too. This is apricot. Those are the stores that I like to shop when I go to Etsy, but these are the people that I know, and there's always people to discover. Sammy recently did a whole thing on where when she was going through her PDFs, that she mentioned a whole lot of people. Rory Rosanana, Neris Guerrero. Yes, that is next weekend if I believe my schedule is correct. I could be wrong, but check with Belinda. If you guys know that, there's a mermaid stream about. We will probably be doing something with. I will probably tell you this, starting May 1st, we are going to take a picture from Worlds Within Worlds as the first Kirby picture for that month, because next month is Kirby month. So it's good to rotate your markers around every once in a while. The reason why I got this color, actually, this color came to my attention, the apricot, because I had a color that was very similar to it in the pro markers called pumpkin, and I like the way the pumpkin looks so much. So this is called Honey, 538. I find for me that no matter what I do, there's same colors that I just use like crazy that I love to use. So for me, that really isn't going to work. So you guys know that this is a different color. Really, you have no Kirby? How is that possible, Lori? I thought everybody in the world had a Kirby book. You must be like the first person that I've met that doesn't have a Kirby book. I must say that of all the pictures in all his books, I think the new one has the best pictures in it by far. I'm like, I looked at it and I was like, I like that one. I like that one. I've already picked out 5 that I want to do. I want to do the sneakers one too. The sneakers one is really cool. seen some people do some pretty cool things with the dragon in the eye. I find that I have a lot of skin tones now in my Copic set, but that's because I do a lot of skin tones, so. So I wanted to show you guys that this is part of what you could do with your markers in a more expensive book. That other book, the one that I did, the Two Fairies book, is really, really, and that's the Amazon paper. You know what? They scare me too, Lori, but doesn't mean that I should let my fear overrun me. This is what happens when you have too many things on your desk. So that's what you can do. You see, just in it on a, let's say, it creates Facebook. So this is the difference between a, and I think the paper is what in this book. Did she say the paper was 325 grams? No, 300 GSM. She tells you that this is 300 GSM. So this is more made for watercolors. You can use watercolor pencils on this, and this comes out really nice. I saw someone who did this really nice, I think it was May, or was it Peter Hewitt? It was one of the two of them that did a really nice picture from one of the Linda Ravenscrofts in watercolors. It probably was May, because May does all the watercolors. But you can do this in a bunch of different ways. You can use markers, watercolor pencils, watercolors. And I've even seen one, yeah, person did this book with acrylic. Someone did work in acrylic. Or gouache. Or gouache, is it? What is it called? Gouache? If you really want to get into the nitty gritty of how to do things. So anyway, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. But this is what we colored today. We colored this. We started to color a little bit of this one. So you could see how you color, how different the Copic looks on. See, this is how different the Copic looks on a different brand. But this is only partially colored, but this isn't finished. But if you see this, this soaks up the marker really fast. So let's select next tomorrow. Let's select next stream's picture. Next week. Remember this. Remember, next stream will be coloring with pencils. Slavic Beauties, Fairy Miracles. Fairy Miracles has pretty pictures. I love all of Claire's books. So this was a cute picture. I've never finished this one. Let's finish this one. I have some whips in this one. Let's do this one. I like this one. I think we should do this one. This one is cute. I like this one. I think this one would be cute to do. Should we do this one, or would you guys like another one instead? I like a 2-page spread. Or would you like this one? This one? Which one? This one or the one I showed before? Or this one? The one with the mice? Or this one? The one with the rose or the one with the mice? I can just find my little sticky. Oh, we'll just put this in here. Nobody wants the mice, so I'll do the mice. No, I'm not a mice person. I think the mice would be a nice thing to do. You guys get the pick. And we'll finish John Reese too. We'll finish the picture from John Reese. Also, guys, I have this lovely picture from the face thingy. So you could use this, guys, to test out your markers too. If someone gives you a piece of art to use and you want to test out your markers, You could use pieces of like this to color on. So this way you'll know what you want to color on. Just saying that's a good way to test out your markers too. Use them on a piece of paper. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this stream. Stay safe, stay healthy. Don't worry, we'll get through this. It'll be over soon. Everyone have a great day. Bye everybody.